Hi, I'm Ron Porter. I was born and raised right here. I come back here to take care of the land and the trees. That's good. That's all I was going to do.
The boys and I came over to Alabama to my brother-in-law's, my sister-in-law's husband, to spend the day helping him get some things done. Ryan has offered to show us around the property, tell you a little bit more about what he's got going on here and some of the things that he wants to get done too.
I had 2 sheep and several goats, and I've been wanting to use them to eat, forage for themselves, but also eat the grass. I was able to put sheep in here in a pen, and they ate some of the trees. I gave them some kelp, some dried kelp, and they stopped eating the trees. But then my fence broke, and I had the material, so I decided to use this, and it can function for our sheep tractor. I've got 2 sleds on each side for some steel. It's got a lot of wood on it, but it's a whole lot lighter than you think. I do have to use a tractor to move it, so that's a downside. I can't move it myself. So anyway, I'm going to try this. This is my first attempt at a water catch and reusing the water. So I'm going to get just a screen door, put it on a square frame, and set it on it. So anyway, so it's a lot of weight, but it seems to move pretty well.
Tell me about this really weird looking sheep.
I think she is part Katahdin and St. Croix. If you watch sheep, Joel Salatin says it, Greg Judy says it, they will eat their favorite grass first. She'll ignore large patches of grass because she doesn't like it. If you look back where I drug her from, there's one patch here, and it's our dog's dog poop. So they won't eat, they'll eat close to their poop, but they won't eat around the dog poop. He's half Anatolian Shepherd and half Great Pyrenees.
And why do you have him in there with the sheep?
He's in there for sheep to protect the sheep. I want to see what he does when it comes to other animals. We have a blue heeler, and she handles most of the rest of the property as far as taking care of varmints, taking care of letting us know when people arrive, etc. She's the local watchdog, and he kind of gets in her way. But when she comes close to his pen, he stands up and growls at her. And that's what I want to see. I want to make sure that he feels like this is his area. That's what we got right there.
How'd you end up here?
Ended up here, moved back here with my wife and 2 kids, and I've had 2 more since we've moved back here. I grew up here. I was born and raised just over the hill.
What's the goal?
The goal is to have a self-sufficient portion to it, whether that be business or food. The Christmas trees is something we've always done, and I've enjoyed watching people come and purchase it. The labor is hard, but the idea is to have the Christmas trees that we sell at the end of the year, work them year round, have animals that we eat or sell, that help maintain the land that the trees are in. Having a family live on the farm, my family being raised here, learning to work, learning to cultivate, learning to use what they have. And it'll be a big learning process for me because there are a lot of these things that I want to do that will be very difficult. So the end goal is to have a self-sustaining piece of property.
Tell me something you did that didn't work out. Tell me about your chickens.
So
You don't have any right now.
We have no chickens. So currently, let me tell you, my chickens are currently all dead. We started with, I think, about 24, 25 of them in a chicken tractor. Put it out there, and a few chickens started dying.
And just to be clear, I'm not asking this to highlight your failures.
So what else have you not given?
No.
Freeland, come here, son. I'm kidding, buddy. Stay over there.
So one thing I'm trying to get better at is failing often, failing fast, because that's how you make progress, right? Because seriously,
Dad, nabbit.
So you're making a lot of progress. It's really to highlight the reality of it. It's not to say all the ways that you failed. It's when you're trying things, you're going to fail at it, and that's kind of the point. Is it's successive failures that teach you something.
It just sucks. It's not a terrible way to figure it out.
Sure, yeah. Failing's never fun, but it's necessary.
Yeah,
and it's a good teacher.
Yeah.
And so that's the point.
To me, it's the best teacher.
Now that Ryan has indulged me in letting me capture some video, it's time to repay him in kind with free labor. So that's the difference between driving with power and swinging just to try to hit it.
Well, my battery died. I'm wrapping this video up from home, sitting here at my kitchen table. A couple things you need to know about Ryan. The goofiness is 100% Ryan, classic Ryan. That wasn't putting on for a camera or anything like that. That just is Ryan. Also, I think it's important to note that I asked him some tough questions because I knew that he would give honest answers, because that's how Ryan operates. I asked him about some of his failures, and I wanted to highlight that, which sounds like kind of a cruel thing to do to somebody you love. But I wanted to highlight that because he has tried way more things than I have. And I think that because of that, he is further down the path of where he wants to be. I tend to overthink things, overanalyze, take way too long to get something done. And so I end up doing far less. Ryan has been through many different things that didn't work for one reason or another. He is working full-time. He has limited resource. He's got a family with 4 kids. Sometimes it was just he bit off more than he could chew. Some of these things where he's tried and failed hasn't been for lack of effort or lack of knowledge. It's been for lack of time. We can only spend it in so many ways, and so he's making sure that he's prioritizing his family over some of these other things that he wants to do, and he's not afraid to say, this isn't working, we have to move on from this. Fair enough. He tried it and he found out. I tend to go to the opposite extreme of being afraid to bite it off because I think that I won't be able to handle it and I don't want to have to give up on something. So when I come back from spending time with him and helping him out with things, I have to kind of look around and reassess, what could I actually do right now that I'm just not doing for fear of failing at it? Or for fear of being overwhelmed. Those are the things that I probably just need to put on my big boy pants and realize the biggest obstacle is my pride. And if that's what's standing in my way, then I'm never going to achieve what I want to. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed Ryan. I hope that it is inspiring for some of you out there to look around and assess what you actually can do today and not think about the I can't, but the how can I, and is it just myself standing in my own way, or is there a legitimate obstacle to what I need to accomplish? Thanks for watching, and you can always leave your comments down below. Give us some of the thoughts of the things that you are working on or have been putting off working on because you're afraid to fail.